able to read all of your comments. Thank you. Dope content have been coming in, and I am going to say that he said, "Gotta love playing 4 hours for $100 with only 3 people on stage."
Yeah, it's tough, but it's part of the machine. And if you don't like the machine, how it's run, you feel free to rebuild it. That's the only way you're gonna see the change you want to see. You know, like that is unfortunately the business model. Now, if you go to LA and you make that, you a fool. You know why? Because the cost of living is different in LA.
Right.
So you're gonna make more on the gig, but it equals out to what you doing here because the cost of living is different. So you hearing, well, they not making that in this region or that region. They making $250 a night. Yeah, but they rent is $5,000.
Right.
Here, it's $100, but your rent is $13. It's different because of the market. So if you don't want to play those kind of gigs, man, start your corporate band to where you can make some more substantial money. But if you're going to play in a club around Dallas, unfortunately, if you make $500 from 7 to 10, you've done very well.
Wow.
From 10 to 2, if you make 8, you made the standard. Now the way you combat that is stop putting 15 people on stage with you, so you can take some money home.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just helped.
I know you want to have the big sound. You want Mid Condition and the James Brown Band all put together. But do you really need 4 drummers at one time? No. Take some money home with you. You're going to drink up most of it anyway. You might as well cut your band down so you can reduce your overhead and have something to take home with you. Now you don't have to worry about, oh, we only made $100 a man. That's your budget. It's not the venue's responsibility to tell you how many people to put on stage to make $1.
As a matter of fact, take two of those horn players out and have somebody sitting at the door counting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pay them to be there to be your business person.
Mike say hire your kids.
Right.
Hey, real. Like it gets that crucial. It gets that serious. If you consider your band has, let's say you have a 10-piece band. Like I have an artist right now I manage. He has a 10-piece band. Well, a 10-piece band is not always needed in every situation.
Yeah.
Every stage in Dallas can't fit 10 people plus mics and equipment and all that.
Yeah.
But you still want your people to eat. You still want them to be invested in what you have. Well, then assign a different task. Tonight, you're going to be on merch.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I'm going to pay, rather than paying them $100 for performing, I'm going to pay you $50 for it. Like, it's so many ways that you could do it to keep your people happy and to keep your budget intact. But it's not the venue's responsibility to do that. I know. I can't
disagree with that.
I know that when it comes to doors, door prices, and I believe Gummy said something about what he didn't agree with concerning door charges. Hey man, I get all of the concerns, and I think new business models can always be improved upon. But from being on this side of the table many times and being so deeply ingrained when it came to the Freeman, the business model was actually brilliant.
Okay.
You got 4 bands a night, 7 nights a week.
That's a lot.
4. There's not another place in the country that does that. It truly is the only one. How do you make all of that run? Why is there a guarantee from this time to this time, and then there's a guarantee that's different from this time to that time, and then on the weekends it changes? I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
So during the week, those are not peak performance times.
Right.
Peak performance times are the weekend, Friday and Saturday. So Sunday through Thursday, there's no cap on how much a band can make. As many people as you can get in the door is how much money you're going to make. Now, you'll have a minimum guarantee, and you can negotiate that to make sense for how many people you figure you're going to have. Now, a lot of the guarantees that were set for bands at the Freeman who had residencies when I got there, I had nothing to do with those.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, all of them.
They were almost some of those bands were almost grandfathered in.
Yeah. I had nothing to do with their negotiation for what their guarantees were. Again,
And if you don't start on time, you probably never have a guarantee in the first place.
I mean, if you don't start on time, I brought a system where people, we docking bands.
Yeah.
Or we're not giving drink tickets out this time.
Yeah.
Or you know what, you're not getting half off on your food this time. Like there had to be some kind of balance.
Yeah.
Or, the ultimate, I'm not going to book this band no more.
Yeah.
Or, you know what, you don't really want this residency because you don't treat it like you want it. So let's try something different. You've been here a long time anyway. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
There's different ways you view it, but how it worked, it's a really good business model.
Bo Dub said some of those